Hello and welcome to today's question of the day from the actual IPMAT Indore 2024 QA MCQ section. So, today's question is based on equations with higher powers of x involved. We have x square minus 5 the whole raised to the power 4 plus x square minus 7 whole raised to the power 4 equal to 16 involved in the question. So how do we deal with such questions? Well, normally we are expected to know how to solve quadratic equations. Maybe sometimes we would be expected to, factorize a cubic equation or something like that. But when it comes to such complex equations like x square minus 5 the whole raised to the power 4 plus x square minus 7 whole raised to the power 4 equal to 16, and here also what have they asked us to find out? The difference between maximum real root and the minimum real root of the equation. Generally, such a question would not involve that you solve a lot of complicated equation, and then get to the answer. There is generally a smarter way to solve such questions, almost always. So let's see what could have been done over here. If I just try to expand each of these terms, then it will become very lengthy and could get very tedious. The other thing which comes to my observation is that LHS has two terms which are raised to the power 4, that is x square minus 5 raised to the power 4 and x square minus 7 raised to the power 4. And if I observe carefully, the RHS is 16, which is also perfect fourth power of 2. So I'll write it in that format itself. X square minus 5 raised to the power 4 plus x square minus 7 raised to the power 4 is equal to 16, which is nothing but 2 raised to the power 4. Another interesting observation which comes to my mind is that 5 and 7 have a difference of 2. So if one of them becomes a 0, that is, if I make x square minus 5 0, which will happen at x square is equal to 5. If x square is taken to be 5, x square minus 7 would be 5 minus 7, that is minus 2, and minus 2 raised to the power 4 would be the same as 2 raised to the power 4, and the equation will actually get satisfied. So what I am getting to is, if one of these terms becomes a 0, the other one automatically becomes 2 raised to the power 4, because the difference between 5 and 7 is nothing but 2. Okay, so let's see if this is actually working or not. So x square is equal to 5. If I take x square is equal to 5, the first term would become a 0 plus the second one would become 5 minus 7, that is minus 2 raised to the power 4 is equal to 2 raised to the power 4, which is absolutely true because minus 2 raised to the power 4 is also 16 and 2 raised to the power 4 is also 16. So x square equal to 5 is a valid solution which gives me two possible values of x, that is x is equal to root 5 or x is equal to minus root 5. Both these values of x are roots of the equation. Further, if I make the second one 0, that is x square minus 7 0, does this also work? So let's check that as well. If I take x square equal to 7, x square is 7, 7 minus 5, the first part of the equation would become 7 minus 5, that is 2 raised to the power 4 plus the second part, x square minus 7 would be 7 minus 7, that is 0, and it will be equal to 2 raised to the power 4. So the equation is again getting satisfied at x square equal to 7, and therefore x will be equal to under root of 7 or under root x would be equal to minus times under root of 7. So I've already found 4 real roots of the equation by smartly taking values. Now, does the answer require me to go beyond these 4 values? So for that, I'll just go and have a look at the options. First of all, we were asked to find the difference between the maximum and the minimum real root. So based on these 5 roots that I found out, the maximum one is under root 7 and the minimum one is minus under root 7. Therefore, the difference between the max and the minimum, that is the maximum value minus the minimum value that we are getting, will be root 7 minus times minus root 7 that is nothing but 2 times under root 7, right? So the difference that we are getting between the maximum real root and the minimum real root is 2 times of under root 7, okay? So that is there in the options, okay? But if I look at the other options, root 7 is less than 2 under root 7. If I have already found the difference between the maximum value and the minimum value to be 2 under root 7, the answer cannot be less than that now, okay? So therefore, under root 7 is definitely eliminated. Under root 10 is definitely eliminated because under root 10 is 3 point something and 2 under root 7 would be 2 times, and under root of 7 is 2 point something. So this is less than 2 times of under root 7, and 2 times of under root 5 is also less than this one, which makes me realize that I don't need to look for roots beyond the 4 roots that I found out, because had there been any more roots which was greater than root 7 and any other root which was less than minus under root 7, and had the difference been greater, that could be a possibility. But the options clearly show me that the biggest of all the options is 2 under root 7, and that I've already found out between root 7 and minus root 7. Therefore, the answer, if at all, has to be option B only, and hence the correct answer to this question is option B. So one thing that you learn over here is that in such questions, you're not expected to solve, very huge equations. You just had to smartly take one of the terms to be 0, the other one would become 2 raised to the power 4, and that way you were able to find 4 roots, and within those roots itself you were able to get to the answer of the maximum and the minimum real roots. And hence the answer to this question is option B. I hope this video has helped you understand this concept better. Stay tuned to our channel for such questions of the day every day. All the best in your IPMAT preparation.